for the one thing. One thing we're interested in, one thing we can't do without, one thing we love the most. That is what the one thing is all about. And today's one thing is all about one delightful treat we enjoy most when it comes to the holidays at Disney. So across the properties, nobody does Christmas time quite like Disney parks. And so there's always one thing we must have when it comes to treats in the Christmas season. And I will turn it over to Tyler first. Tyler, what is your one treat when it comes to this holiday season?
Well, Wade, I have a new challenger this year.
Oh.
This has not been anything that you've been able to eat in the past. This is a brand new thing that has been added this year to the Disneyland Resort. And I'm going to have to go with the reimagined beef Wellington at the Twisted Traditions at Festival of the Holidays at Disney California Adventure.
Thank God that wasn't a blog post. Oh my gosh. Wow.
What a headline.
The beef Wellington.
The reimagined beef Wellington. It is honestly spectacular. There is, first of all, the first time I saw the picture of it, I thought it was a tiny little thing like the size of somebody's hand.
Yeah.
It's massive. Mm-hmm. It's like this big. It's like two big things. Two big hands. Anyway, I can't talk. It's a puff pastry shaped like Mickey with this slow cooked beef on top and a little sauteed mushroom action. And I don't know, man. It has all the flavors of a beef Wellington. It's not quite a meal, so I put it in kind of that snack, wheelhouse a little bit, and it's just fantastic. And I just hope they keep on bringing it back every year because when I go to California Adventure now, it's like, I got to go get that beef Wellington. Like, it's really, really tasty.
A lot of rave reviews about that online. People seem to be thrilled with it. So
it's really good.
Yeah,
it's
it sounds
not
like
just
you're in good
because of
company.
the shape of the beef Wellington. It's actually the taste.
I don't care that it looks like Mickey, but it's cool. I'm fine. What I will say about that puff pastry is that it's impressive that they probably make hundreds of them a day.
Yeah.
And they get them right every time because puff pastry is not the easiest thing to cook properly. And,
it's hard to do.
And keep well. And so, yeah, it's very good. Very tasty.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, Katrina, one treat you must have during the holiday season.
See, this is really hard because I can't really eat much that they release for the holidays.
That's why I thought it'd be fascinating to hear what yours is.
I don't know. So the first thing that popped in my mind was like cold weather, and I was like, oh, Bear, what do I do when I'm like cold? And I'm like, oh, I want coffee, but not any coffee. I love B52s at Carthay Circle.
Oh.
Does that count?
Sure, that counts.
Okay, good. So yeah, B52 over at Carthay Circle. It's just a delicious cup of coffee with 3 different kinds of liqueurs in it and some whipped cream. It's delicious. So there's like Bailey's Irish Cream, Kahlua, and Grand Marnier. And then they put a little shavings of orange zest on it with some delicious whipped cream. Delicious.
It's really tasty.
It's very tasty.
It sounds tasty. Wow.
It'll warm you up.
It'll make you addicted where you want to make it at your house in the mornings.
Sure.
Which is bad because you don't want to do that on a weekday.
Right. Wow.
But on a weekend, maybe. It's definitely like a showstopper if you have guests over and you're like, I'm making a B52. And then you make it and everybody's like, ooh, yummy. So anyway, that's my holiday treat. This B52.
Well, very
Try
nice. Yeah. Take one, toss it back. Oh my. And Kurt, how about you? One treat you must have when it comes to Disney holidays.
So mine's at California Adventure as well. I'm noticing a theme there. I like the it's at one of the Festival of Holidays, the chorizo queso fundido. I get it every year. It is so good.
That's a popular one.
Wow.
I love it so much.
That's another one that I could have put on my list.
Yeah, it's just so tasty. And I mean, you got to eat it fast because that cheese like starts to solidify pretty quickly. But it is so good. It is really good.
I must put that on my list. I haven't had that yet. So
really
beef
good.
Wellington I have. Spectacular. Got to get my boozy coffee. That's for sure.
Delish.
Very good. Well, let's head on back out to Walt Disney World for our Walt Disney World reporter, Mr. Gared Hassel, and hear what his one thing you must have during the holidays is.
My holiday treat that I like to have in the parks, I'm actually not a big snacker when it comes to the parks. I typically buy full meals. But if it had to be one thing that I snack on that's a holiday treat that makes me feel the holiday spirit, it has to be a cookie. It can be a gingerbread cookie, a chocolate chip cookie, it could be a cookie crumble, whatever. Like cookies just make me think of when I used to put them out for Santa on Christmas Eve and then come out in the morning, took a couple bites, had some milk. So yeah, cookies, it just reminds me of my childhood when I used to put cookies out for Santa. So, yeah, you can't beat a good cookie. Like, you can have, like, I don't know, hot cocoa or something, but cookie, it is a staple of the holidays because Santa's got to eat something, right? That's how he runs on sugar, and he uses the protein in the eggs to keep him going. So, cookies, the only way to go for the holidays for myself.
Well, he kind of stole mine. It's not necessarily a cookie, but it is a gingerbread man. So there's something just so unique and simple about, especially the Disneyland version of a gingerbread man. I love the way that these little guys are created. It's something that when I used to work for Disney is something I would always go and get cases of because I would take it to my cast members and hand them out, and it was always something that I thought, it's special for the season. It's something everybody knows, a gingerbread man, and it just makes you feel that piece of the season, right? It just makes you feel a little extra special because it is Christmas time, and that's the only time I'm ever going to eat a gingerbread man. I don't want it.
You don't want it in the summer.
I don't want it in March.
No.
I don't care about a gingerbread man in March.
Sure.
Now I just want to make a gingerbread man for you in like the summer
I
and
know,
put
yeah,
like
just
board
bring it.
shorts on and like a little
I'm not gonna
Hawaiian
eat
button
that.
down. How dare you?
I will not eat that.
Wow.
No, not until Christmas time rolls around.
Just
It's a
like keep
holiday
it on the
concept.
side until December 1st, and
Yeah.
then you can eat it, and it'll be like kind of hard and stale.
You're going to have to
but-
make it a coat then. It's going to have to get all
I will
over.
say Disney has done a decent job of rolling the gingerbread man into a Halloween with
Yeah.
their zombie gingerbread men. I love those guys.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Would you eat it then?
Maybe.
Oh,
I mean,
think
they're
we did
themed
it.
to the season. They're zombie-like.
There you go.
it's true. You
What?
can eat it on Haunted Mansion holiday, so you're kind of in Christmas.
That's a great way to merge the two. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Katrina, you're
Genius.
brilliant.
Thank you.
My
Where's my
God.
clapping?
That's the studio audience has fallen asleep at this point. I think we've gone on way too long, so we need to probably wrap things up here. But that looks to be the one thing when it comes to a treat that we must have during the holiday season.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.